V.S. Chaturvedi, Managing Director and CEO of Shriram Finance, joins us now. Mr. Chakravarti, good morning. Thank you for joining us. I was just looking at your numbers, sir, for the quarter gone by. Now, AUM growth is 21% year-on-year, 5% quarter-on-quarter. Will this momentum sustain, given that Q4 is normally a good quarter? Q4 is supposed to be the best quarter of the season. Do you think this momentum could peter down in coming quarters?
Good morning. See, as we already guided our FY for the current financial year to about 15%. So basically, because the first quarter typically normally is slow, but now with this elections around the corner, we expect that beginning of the second quarter, the first month of the second quarter could also be slow. So we expect to end the year at about 15% growth in AUM.
Within that 15%, how much will come in non-CV segment and how much could come in CV segment?
CV should be anywhere between 10 to 12%, and the rest of it would come from the non-CV. Obviously, the non-CV will grow faster, specifically in SME, on the SME side.
Sure. The other thing, Mr. Chakravarti, that we wanted to understand was about asset quality, because it's seen an improvement this quarter. I just wanted to understand what is the visibility going forward and whether you're going to see a continuation of your asset quality improve.
See, right now our internal target is that our gross stage 3 should come to 5 or just below 5. So that's what the aspiration is, and that's what we are working towards.
Mr. Chakravarti, this 15% AUM growth guidance, do you think this is a bit conservative with more risks skewed on the upside that you will be able to beat that? Because last year, of course, you did 21%. So would you say that it's a bit more conservative?
It is conservative, but see, the base also has grown very big now. So I don't think it is sustainable to grow at 20-25% on this kind of a base. And we would like to have a good grip on the quality of the credit quality also. So that's the reason why we have given a conservative guidance.
Mr. Chakravarti, will this be the case that the bottom line will grow faster than the top line? And even on return on asset, what kind of aspirations do you have? Are you looking at a big improvement this year, or do you think the bulk of the improvement is also behind on ROA?
So I'll put it this way. The focus definitely going forward would be to grow the bottom line faster than the top line. That is the aim, and I think you got it right. As far as ROA is concerned, we are looking at around going over 3.5%. Right now, it's about 3.19, 3.2. So right now for the financial target year is about 3.5.
Leave from that AUM target of 15% growth that you earlier talked about. Tell us about your plans on introducing non-CV products as well, MSMEs, gold loans to more of your branches. And how do you see that then impact your AUMs and your disbursements both?
We have introduced in about close to 800 of our commercial vehicle branches. Gold loan, we have introduced in about 800 of our commercial vehicle branches. We would be taking the gold loan to another anywhere around 400 to 500 branches in this current year, the gold loan. But it's a high churn business, as you know, so it may not add much to the AUM, but it will add to my bottom line. Similarly, for SME, we would be adding about 300 branches this year. The existing branches we will be putting in SME. So there will be a slight, the mix will be, going forward, the mix of the AUM will change, where the yields, I think what we are aiming at is changing the mix and also focusing on the yield. That's why I said the bottom line will grow faster than the top line.
If the cost of capital does not go down, could you be forced to slow down your growth rates?
No, right now, see, our borrowings are around 9%. I think at that rate we can sustain. As I said, we have changed we have tweaked the product mix of our assets. So we were able to sustain the margins. And I think going forward, we will be able to do that.
When you say that election will have an impact on your demand, I mean that demand technically should come back. It is not. It is not something which, I mean, a demand for a truck is not something which, if you miss a quarter, dies away. If you momentum of the economy is strong, you may slow down, but then towards the second half, you should come back automatically.
Yeah, then we will reevaluate our guidance. See, right now, actually, commercial vehicles, both LCV, MHCV, and SCV have actually the growth has slowed down. So that's where I'm coming from. Rest of the products will grow faster. Yeah, my MSME loans, my two-wheeler loans, or my gold loan will grow faster.
There have been a lot of scrutiny against some of your peers who are in the gold loan category. Has that given you an advantage? Have you managed to regain market share because Reserve Bank of India, in a sense, has cracked down a lot of NBFCs which are aggressively lending in the gold loan space without any checks and balances?
I think I'm sorry, but I don't think the peers have done lending without checks and balances. It's finally controlled. The market is finally controlled. The regulator has a good handle on the checks and balances. There could be one or two instances here, but I think overall the industry has been handling it quite well. In fact, all the aspects, be it the exit value of the gold, I mean, the LTV to the gold or the KYC, I think it's not an industry-wide issue. So, number one. Number two, see, the gold portfolio is about 4%, roughly about 4% of my book. So I don't think, see, in the sense, I'm sorry, I have an aspiration to grow the book. But see, the idea here is how much do I grow it by is something that I need to look at. So I have something like, I'm sorry, let me get the number straight. Yeah. So it's about 12,000 crores of book, which is, I would like to grow. See, as I said, it's a high churn book. So AUM growth, as I said, will be a little tough, but it'll add a lot of it to the bottom line. And I mean, it's your network. It's your network that determines how much business you can do. So that's the reason why you're also expanding the network.
Expanding the network and making sure that you're able to tap into that opportunity. Thanks, Mr. Chakravarti, for joining us today. So that's the latest coming.